Alright, greetings excellent people of planet YouTube and welcome to ArcCraft, a brand new Minecraft series where I'll be doing some pretty cool things and I'm excited to share it all with you guys. Kind of my big plan for this series is to build a really gigantic auto sorting and farming facility. So I'm going to take on some pretty big projects down the road. This is just a little starter house that I built in the background. I'm keeping it pretty small scale for the time being because I'm just resource gathering and I'm going to be putting it all towards the big picture in the future. Let's go into first person mode. You can see this town in front of me is actually the town that my buddies and I spawned into. So it was complete with villagers, and we started just kind of building around it, adding our own things. You can see one of our members building Dr. Satch and Hoyle Bay. They're back there. We've got another building over here by Mario. A couple other buildings that we've added to the town as well. I'll be showcasing all of that soon enough. First off though, we're going to do a little tour of my base. So we're going to head over there. I'm going to get suited up though. I got my bat gear over here. So we got our bat helm, respiration, all that good stuff. Bat suit chest plate, bat suit leggings, and bat boots. So let's grab the leggings and the boots. We're going to skip out on these two because we have some other cool things. We got the bat scuba mask and we've got the elytra, which I should rename the bat cape. So I'm going to do that pretty soon. In addition, we got our trident with riptide so we can fly through water, totem of undying, and we got the bat bow, the bat blade, and all these tools are really good tools, but they're in bad shape. So we need to get those mended up, which we'll do soon enough. Also got some torches, some food, and some arrows because that's important. So let's go ahead and put all that on. There we go. Put the totem in our offhand. Alright, we're nice and suited up. Let's grab our horse. Alright, here we go. So I've been playing Minecraft for a couple years now, mostly on the Bedrock edition, and this finally we're playing on the Java edition on PC. So I'm really excited to experiment with some different farms and some redstone properties that aren't available on Bedrock. So it's going to be really exciting to get into a whole new version of playing Minecraft. So you can see in the interior of my house, there's not too much going on in the kitchen area yet. This is something I'm going to be improving on. But down here in the basement is where kind of everything's happening. So we got a nice furnace array here, regular furnaces, smokers, and blast furnaces for the various different things that you can be cooking. Over on this side we have all the magic related stuff. So I've got a full enchanted corner here, level 30 enchantments, lots of lapis and books in the box over here. Some other things dealing with magic, we have our anvil, which obviously we can add enchantments, grindstone, we can remove enchantments, and our potion brewing stand, because that just felt like that fit in with all the enchantments, since potions are kind of magical too. So yeah, we got a nice little magic area in the basement. Big sorting system. This is all manual right now, so eventually I will be installing, not in this base, but later on when I build my mega build, I'm going to be installing treasure chests with auto sorters, and I'm basically going to be sorting automatically every single item in the entire game. That's my goal. So we're going to have a gigantic facility that just automatically sorts absolutely everything for us. This is all a manual sorter just to get us started. And again, we're going to automate all of our furnace systems in the future. We're going to automate our potion brewing stand. We're going to try to automate literally everything in the game. So that's coming up. But this is just the starter base, like I said. We've got access to a mine down here. Nothing fancy going on down there. Just, you know, that's where we can gather resources and minerals. In this corner, we have an AFK fish farm up here. Cool thing here, because you get a lot of junk when you're fishing. So I was starting to get tired of all the things I was collecting. If we go over here, you can see I've got chests full of all these things from AFK fishing. And eventually you're like, you know what, I've got enough chests full of this crap. Let's just get rid of some of it. So I made this item deposit incinerator, and I just toss my items in there and then they burn up. So when I get more saddles or anything like that, I just toss it in here and it's all gone. If I'm getting bows and rods that are enchanted, I throw them on the grindstone, I disenchant them, get the levels, and then I toss them into the fire. So it's a pretty efficient system. Over here I've got a seaport, so I can just go straight into the ocean if I want. This right here is going to be kind of like a mail room, so it's still in the works. I'm going to try and finish that off later today perhaps. This will be my item deposit where I'll be throwing items to send in the mail, and then when I receive mail, it's going to come in here, and then I'll put like a a treasure chest here, so when I receive items, they'll pop into that treasure chest. I'll even have a light indicator, so when the light turns on, I'll know I've got mail waiting for me. So that's going to be set up right there. And the way this works, I'll show you. If we drop down here, so there's water down here, and you can see there's a whole water stream system. So this is being sent, so the water current is moving this way, sending items out, and then this is coming in. So any items that get sent back to me are going to come up here. I'm going to have a water elevator going into a treasure chest. But let me just kind of show you. You guys have probably seen this kind of stuff before. But if I just throw a fish in here, we can just watch it travel down the current, and it moves very, very quickly, as you can see, faster than I can run. Oh yeah, and if I show you from above, you can see that's what it looks like. That's the item transport tunnel that I built through the water. So that's where we were walking. It looks really cool from outside as well. It's kind of like this underwater highway. And okay, there's one last thing I wanted to show you in my base, which is the top floor. So let's go up to the top floor now. And this is our bedroom. So up here we've got an armor stand with some, first of all, we have the Batman head, and then we have some nice enchanted armor, obviously. Yeah, a couple other things I wanted to show you in the bedroom. So we've got the bunk beds, got some semi-secret storage. You can kind of see that. And then under here is a super, super secret storage area. So I'm pretty proud of this. So it looks like there's not really much going on. There's a bookshelf, there's a painting. It's kind of suspect. It looks like a little bit suspicious, like, oh, what's going on in that corner, you know? Like, it's unusual. And oh my god, there's a creeper there. Jesus. Get the fuck away from me. I don't want him blowing up my fucking special storage. Jesus. Okay, why don't we just sleep? There, we can sleep in the bunk bed too. That's always fun. So under here, there is a secret storage in there. How do we get under there, though? Well, with this bunk bed setup, these are actually trapdoors, as you can see here. Oops. There we go. Now, if I flip this trapdoor, it squishes me down, so I'm now in a 1x1, and I can walk through this painting. And the reason I can walk through it is because I have this trapdoor set down. So you can place the painting because this trapdoor is technically there as a backing for it, but if you sit it down, then you can walk right through the painting because the painting's transparent, technically. And then we got some secret storage back here, some nice books, some excellent turtle shell helmets, conduit. Then over here we have even more secret storage. I've got my totems in here. Nice little totem collection going on. I didn't mean to flip that down. So yeah, just like a fun little secret crawl space with some secret storage. Obviously I have ender chests now, and I trust everyone on my server, so I don't really need this secret storage, but I just thought I'd do something fun like that, because why the hell not, right? And it shows off what you can do, so you guys can try something like that too if you want. And we just flip that back up, and we're back in, and it just looks like bunk beds and a painting. So yeah, it's pretty well hidden. Over here we've got the washroom. This is just a little makeshift toilet. Later on, when I build my big facility and my mansion, I'm going to be building like a huge bathroom with a hot tub and a proper toilet that's actually going to be flushable. And I'm going to build a secret room under, so you can actually flush yourself down. So you'll go in here. This toilet obviously isn't going to do it properly because there's no flusher on this toilet, but the idea is you'd go in here, close the trap door, you'd have a flusher, and then you'd be able to flush yourself down somehow. I've got some prototypes in the works for that, but we're going to have some fun with that. And we've got a toilet paper dispenser. Never leave home without it. Charmin Ultra Soft. Let's toss that back in here. We reuse toilet paper in this house. Okay, here we have a sink, tripwire hook for a tap. It's just a cauldron. Then over here we've got another tripwire hook set up for the shower head. And we've got a drain pipe down here. Just a trapdoor with some water under it. And if you notice, if you look very carefully, you can actually see some water dripping down from the shower head. So if I look down, you can see some water droplets coming. It doesn't happen that often, but every once in a while there's some drops, yeah. So it's kind of just like a nice little effect added to the whole shower part. And all that is just water source blocks placed above the ceiling here. And they, just to indicate that there's water over your head, they drip down just like lava does. So yeah, I thought that would be like a fun little feature to throw in the shower. Again, this is just a little bathroom, but I'm going to be making a much more luxurious suite with running water probably. when I do my proper mansion and sorting facility. This is the latest project that I've been working on with Scooch, one of our members and one of my good friends. Everyone on this server is my friend, which is awesome. So if you come over here, we have a villager breeder system. This was developed by Impulse from ArcCraft. This is a station located remotely away from that enough that when we send villagers here, they're not going to be recognized by their parents anymore, and that's important. You don't want them to associate with their parents because it's easier to work with them at that point. So if I push this button, I always love it when this happens. It should work properly. Just gotta wait a moment, and there you can see on the track we have a villager passing. So all we have to do to get a villager from our breeding system is literally push that button, and it just sends one right over for us. I'm a huge fan of that design. I learned that from Mumbo Jumbo, also on ArcCraft. I love ArcCraft. I watched a lot of that, and I learned a lot of cool things from that. I'm going to set this all up with redstone underneath the platform, and then it's all going to be button operated. So we'll have a button to send them to the village, a button to send them to their death, a button to send them to the utility area, and obviously this button brings them here from our spawner. So this is going to be a really cool high-tech villager kind of breeding and sorting area with all of our workbenches in there. But yeah, so when we send them to the town, I'll show you this. So we send them into the town, and they come through along this rail into this area. We've got one guy here right now, and then we can pop them out of the minecart, put them into a boat, and then we can boat them around into any house we want. All these houses are pre-existing from villagers, so we can pop them into some of these houses. We did have a farmer in here, so we had like the things that he was offering for trade. I had to move him over to the breeder to get the breeder going. So this house is empty, that house is empty, but we're going to be populating all of these houses with villagers, trading and selling all kinds of good stuff. We also made a big trading hall, Scooch and I. So if we go in here, and this is just the beginning too, so we don't have everything we need, but for example, these three guys are fishermen, so we can trade all of our fish from our AFK fishing. We got Fish Fancy, Ishmael, Charlie. Okay, and then over here, this guy isn't supposed to be here, we're going to be moving him. But this area is for our farmers, so we've got 2 farmers in place already. We got Farmer Giles of Ham and we got Farmer Maggot. We're going to be adding 2 more farmers. Over here we're going to have some librarians, we can trade our books. Over here I've got a bookstore where I'm trading enchanted books for emeralds and diamonds. So it's a pretty fun little area. I have actually made a decent amount of emeralds and diamonds here. I was surprised. So I'm pretty happy with this so far. I don't think I've made any more sales since. But yeah, we've got some, I collected those earnings and brought them to my house already. Over here we have Satch & Sons, really nice emporium, discount emporium of all kinds of cool various things that you could want. Got a turtle shell helmet up in the window there, some other enchanted armors. So yeah, lots of cool stuff you can find in Satch & Son. Why don't you head there later on today and pick up some valuable goods, my friends. Okay, over here, this is one of our villager operated stores, the one that I'm most proud of. So this building was already here. It already had bookshelves in it, so it was perfect. It already had the lectern also. So we got Howie Mendel, and can you imagine what he's selling? Mending for 12 emeralds. I'm very, very happy with this. Obviously this is one of the most important enchantments in the game. If I go over here, I started working on a community center. So this is the spawning square here, so anybody that spawns into our world for the first time will spawn here. So they're going to be welcomed into the community center. Let me just sleep. We have a little dormitory in the corner here, bunk beds for everyone, so that's pretty cool. This community center still needs a lot of work. As you can see, there's no roof. We're going to be putting all the basic amenities. We're going to have some chests with emergency supplies. These are all mailboxes, so every member in the world so far has a mail slot. So there's my mail slot, there's Scooch, we have Relic, we have Mario. Relic, you gotta check your mailbox, my friend, you got some good stuff in there. We have Hoylbay, we have Dr. Satch. Dr. Satch forgot his dragon head. We have Eurolame, who's a new member. He only joined 2 days ago, and I don't think he knows about the mailbox yet, so I put a little note in there just welcoming him to the Arctown. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, the way the mailboxes work, this one is unassigned, so I'll just test it with this one, is I can just put anything in here and then the light will pop on indicating that whoever is mailbox it is, they've got mail waiting for them. And then when they remove their mail, the light goes off, and then if they pass through the community center and they don't see a light on, they'll know they don't have to collect their mail. And then if they do see the light on, then their mail's ready for them. So yeah, we're gonna have all the basic enchanting table, all the different crafting tables and work tables, everything. We're gonna have all that set up in here. Then this will just be the community center, so it's for community use. Anybody can come here and do anything. So this is Scooch. So he's got some nice chorus plants growing on the top, as you can see. He's got a sorting system in there. He's got some farms in the back, some cool automated farms. And I'm sure he's got lots of other cool stuff he'd share with us once he gives us permission to come in and do the tour. So we'll wait for that in a later episode. If I go over here, this is another really good friend of mine, Mario. Oh, I don't know why my elytra didn't get pulled out there. There we go. And it looks like he actually removed the water stream so that people can't get up inside. That's pretty cool. So we're going to have to use the elytra to fly up. But it's kind of hard to get all the way up there unless we get a good flight. There we go. That's a good flight. Again, I'm not going to go into his base. I don't want to go in without permission, and I don't want to... oh, nice. Relic. Reach the goal. Sky's the limit. That means he just went to his mailbox and got his elytra. That's funny. We just missed him. There he is going into his house over there. So we can go say hi to him in a sec. There's our sorting system, our villager sorting breeder and sorter. So yeah, this is Mario's kind of sky crystal. And he's got some cool architecture happening here. This is Relic's home. So he's the one that just took the elytra. So there he is in his window right there. Nice.
Kilson X says, yo, just doing a little tour. Smiley face.
So yeah, he's got some cool farms, some mob farms, sheep, cows. He's got chicken down here, chickens down there. All the different crops that you'd like to grow, he's got all that. And he's got a cool kind of like hobbit hole in the side of this mountain. He's got his chimney popping out, access to mines down below. It's very cozy in there. So we'll do like I said, we'll do the tour of everyone's base later on in another episode. They've got such a weird way to get up. I don't understand their base. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's a nice height. So if you look over here, they've got some farms on the roof, and they've got, so this is Dr. Satch and Hoyle Bay. Got some nice balconies, and they've got like a sky crystal thing happening, just like Mario, the one that we checked out on the other side. It's kind of cool. We have two separate sky crystals, and then over there we've got a pillager outpost as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna head down this path. So Relic has been building this kind of like white polished diorite path for us into the wilderness, which is pretty cool. And I decided to choose this area as a location for a very fun farm. So if I go here, I'm not going to be able to show you in detail because I don't know if we have any creepers around during the day. But basically, this is a music disc farm. So what happens here, DJ Bones the Third, purveyor of fine music. So yeah, basically what happens here is creepers spawn in the nighttime all around here in the woods and out over there on the hills. And then I go and I grab them and I get them to follow me. They follow me down and they follow me over here, right in front of DJ Bones. And then I need them to walk on that pressure plate, which is going to make the sand blocks get elevated. So I'm not going to do that right now. So I walk across here, and then I kind of position the creeper while they're following me so that they walk over the pressure plate. And when they hit the pressure plate, these sand blocks go up, trapping them there so they can't move. And then I stand over here, and there's a window here where DJ Bones tries to shoot me. Even though I've employed him as a DJ, he still really wants to attack me for some reason. But basically, while he's trying to shoot me, the creeper is standing there in the way. He gets hit by all the arrows. And what happens when a creeper gets killed by a skeleton is it drops a music disc. It's really random. Just get that out of the way. So yeah, it's really random. They drop a music disc, and that's one of the coolest items in the game in my opinion, because it gives you some custom music that you wouldn't otherwise hear. The only way to get that music is by having a skeleton kill a creeper. It's such a bizarre and random thing. Very cool. So we've got a music disc farm there. I've collected some already. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up what I wanted to show you. So this is just the beginning of ArcCraft. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you look forward to episode 2 very soon, The Journey to the End. Alright, Kilson out. Take care, guys.